How are you all? Can you all hear me? Zara, Lennon, Upasna, Reshma, and everyone. Good evening.
Hello. Yeah, we can hear you.
Great. So today's topic is about good vibrations at home. Hello, Lennon. Good to see you. I think your camera has, or the light is less. No problem, but I can see you, barely. So what do we understand by good vibrations at home and good vibrations overall? Lennon? Yes, hello? Lennon can't hear you. Anyone, please begin. See, the idea of these spiritual Saturdays is not just, one unidirectional flow of information. I love to have these sessions very interactive with each one of you. If you all could just tell me, what does it mean when we say good vibrations at home, good vibrations in the environment, good vibrations about self, and things that we carry, even your car at times. People love to keep clutter in the car, so many empty bottles and maybe tissue papers and food wrappers and things like that that keep floating in the space. Maybe all of this constitute with good or bad vibrations. Yes, Lennon. I can see you now. Upasna, Zara, Reshma, anyone, please?
Right.
Yes. Good vibrations are we talking about? What does good vibrations mean to each one of us?
I believe it's good harmony, how easy things flow.
What else? Yes, Lennon. Unmute and say. You're on mute. Lennon, you're on mute. Hello? Yes, Lennon. I can't hear you. Hello?
Hello.
Lennon, I can't hear you.
Okay, sir.
Lennon, you've not joined the audio, I guess. Upasna, Mariana.
Hello?
Yes,
Hi.
now I can hear you, Lennon. Yes. Yes, hello. Good evening, Mariana.
Good evening.
And you're accompanied by?
James, my husband.
Hi there.
Hi, James. Good evening. I'm Rajesh Singh. I'm a quantum hypnotherapy trainer and facilitator and a therapist. I work with energy medicine. So energy is my forte, and I understand right from your intent to things that we keep in our environment. There's a lot of energy dynamics that we come across. Even people coming at home have certain vibrations with which they come in. Even children, when they go out in the park, they pick up energy and come back. When we go out, we have people building cords and hooks with us. And when we come back home, at times you just feel drained completely. And you don't know for what reason are you feeling like this. Maybe on a certain day, there are a lot of compliments that you draw, but along with the compliments, a lot of other people and their fragments also come in with you at home. So this is all a part of the energy dynamics. And I thought that I must talk about this, that how do we attract some of these fragments coming in with us? So Mariana, anything you want to ask, share, or say? Vibrations or bad vibrations?
Not,
Have you had any such experiences?
well, yes. Yeah, definitely. I think my husband might be more.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's true. I get tired. I struggle to sleep sometimes. Yeah.
Has it ever happened that, sometimes you even come, let's say you're very tired, you went and maybe for a get together, for some kind of a gathering or somewhere where you met set of people, you came home and slept. And next day morning, you're not just able to wake up, no matter what and how hard you try, you're just simply drained. And
Yes.
You don't know what the reason is. At times, even alcohol plays a role. but we don't know why.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Reshma, any of your experiences would you like to share? Thank you for keeping your video on. Thanks.
Well, I think the main. Sorry. Yeah.
Please unmute. Reshma, can't hear you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, for me, good vibrations would mean positive energy. And I think in my culture, we do have a lot of methods where we like try to ward off negative energy, like they say nazar utarna hai, or like or something like this. So yeah, like whenever I feel anything like this, then I do resort to these kind of things.
So in many religions and many cultures, we have energy principles that are embedded within the rituals that we perform. All the religions, in fact, right from sprinkling the holy water to Abi Zamzam to, any other aura spray, crystal elixirs, or even in the New Age spirituality, when we do the sound healing and Tibetan bell or incense, sage, all of these things, in fact, have a significant role to play. And how exactly, do they play a role? Because it's all about energy dynamics. And let me tell you that it's only when your door is open is where anything can come in, including you picking up vibrations or even your home not being protected or being protected. We need to understand all of these, and they have a significant associations that we build with people around. We studied this in school in science. We said energy cannot be created, nor it can be destroyed. It can be transferred or transformed from one form to the other. Even when we talk about something called emotions, what do we understand by emotions? Lenin, sorry, you've been wanting to speak. Yes, Lenin. Hello? Lenin can't hear you again, though you are unmuted, but your voice can't reach. Yes, Len.
Thank you. Just now I got the sound. Everything okay?
Yes. Tell me.
Okay. Sir, just now I am hearing. Before I didn't hear anything.
Oh, you couldn't hear anything. I said, what do we understand by energy dynamics? And when we say energy cannot be created, nor it can be destroyed, it can be transferred or transformed from one form to the other. This we all studied in school. Law of thermodynamics.
Yes. Quantum theory. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Yes, sir.
So what do we say? That even at home, the vibrations that you pick up from people and around, they have an impact over you. They make you feel drained.
Sure.
When you say emotion, it's called energy in motion, actually.
Yes. I am feeling now. In every day in my office, it's feeling. One particular sir came, I am struck.
So even to put this forward, your thoughts, actually we learn two kind of potential and kinetic energy, two kind of energies in school.
Yes.
Like there are two basic categories of energy. When we say one is the potential energy and the other one is the kinetic energy. When the energy starts flowing down the turbine, down the hill, maybe water on the uphill, the reservoir is the potential energy. Or maybe whenever you actually stretch the bow, it's the potential energy. When you release the arrow is where it becomes kinetic. So the same way your thoughts are potential energy, all what your life can be or become. When that energy starts flowing through the emotions, through the meridians, 72,000 meridians that our body has, each time whenever there is a blockage, there is someone who's either leaving the energy with you or taking in the energy from you. And there is a certain exchange that happens without even you unconsciously being aware about it. Or consciously being aware about it. And all of this we bring in at home in the form of the gifts that we receive, in the form of the intentions that we carry, in the form of infatuation and people loving us. Maybe a mother has a cord with a child, and maybe the child has a cord with others. People who are jealous of you, they have cords with you. People, who think about you with infatuations and attachments, they also have all of these. A lot of people also understand that there is clutter at home. So on every moon cycle, these vibrations of how you maintain your home environment with what energizing, concepts that you create for yourself, with lighting candles, doing some sage on a full moon or a new moon, that has an impact. even the way the ergonomics of your home is. In India, we call it Vastu Shastra, if you've heard of Vastu, or home ergonomics, or even Feng Shui for that matter, the Chinese way of putting things in the right corner, in the right place. What we are actually creating is just the association. And where are you keeping certain things? The way the energy is flowing, if at the entrance you've kept some heavy object, it actually is creating blockages for any other thing to come in. If there is clutter, if you've kept dustbin, if you keep even shoes or shoe rack. I see a lot of people these days, you know, when they come to the center, they carry their footwear in their pocket, in their purse, because they don't want to keep it inside. But then why are you keeping your footwear in your purse? That is where you keep your, you know, jewelry, cosmetics, and your money. Why would you want to keep your footwear in your purse? Maybe you carry a separate bag, like a handbag or something, where you carry your footwear. So these things do have vibrational impact. And you don't wear, like in India, again, we have, you know, you don't wear outside footwear in the home. We have separate pair of footwears. So you park the footwear and judgments that you've got from others, you park it outside, and then when you step in, you completely, a lot of times you even bathe. Immediately, the first thing that you do is enter, take a good shower, maybe with Epsom salt, maybe with sea salt, anything of that sort. You are trying to also cleanse your aura. A lot of times when I, you know, recommend people with keeping a kind of an amethyst pyramid in the bathtub, or maybe if you're doing bucket bathing, and then with that you bathe next day morning, because then there is a positive vibration of amethyst, rose quartz, clear quartz, that you've kept it submerged in the water. The water takes in the energy of the positive energy of these crystals, and then when you're cleansing every night when you come from outside, maybe that bathing is also a good idea. You'll be able to sleep very peacefully with warm water, with salt, Epsom salt, sea salt, whatsoever, just a pinch of it. Stay there for about, you know, in the bathtub. Sometimes you even soak your feet in the bucket or bathtub, where you're just simply breathing out and releasing all the toxins, especially the energy crystals. In pranic healing, we also say that, you know, in every corner, there is a cup that you fill with a little salt and keep it. In every corner of the house, beneath the bed, you get good quality sleep. Don't keep a mirror in front of your bed, which can reflect anything from outside. Maybe there are dream catchers that we keep. There is sacred geometry arrangements that we do it with certain, you know, plants or certain things. It's a good idea to keep a fish tank at home. It's a good idea to see some life with plants, and those plants who can stay in a low sunlight at home, indoor plants, what we call them. Because, you know, in the Middle East, there are the luxury of having like a balcony is not available to everyone. I don't have it at my place. So I have like a huge curtain, which is a glass window, but there is a certain amount of sunlight. That's the luck that I have, because a certain amount of sunlight also needs to come at home, in your bedroom, home, you know, everywhere. Maybe bathroom is the place where we are also releasing a lot of toxins through the day. Defecation happens, urination happens, you know, a lot of dust that the AC also carries. All of this has significance where you have to clean it up at least once a week. And here, again, you have to call for the cleaning team, or sometimes you are doing it all by yourself. You get tired, you get fatigued. So whenever you're cleaning something, again, you feel drained. Why is it feeling? Because all the vibrations that is bad across in each corner, there are a lot of bags that come from certain shopping experiences. You have bags, you have cartons, you have Amazon cartons, you have certain, you know, all that needs to leave immediately through the garbage chute every time. There are so many things that we carry, and then there are evil eye danglers that we create. There are certain crystals that we keep it. Each crystal also has significant, you know, significance at home, where you want to keep it. Now ask me all the questions, and I'll be more than happy to give you a few answers about your health, about the environment, and relationship harmony as well. Because a lot of time, let's say the partner has not gone out, and you come from outside, you picked up a cloud of somebody. And that cloud is a cloud of anger or irritation, which suddenly hits your partner. And if your partner's aura is open, what do I mean by aura is open? There are 7 situations. Maybe if you want to make a note of this, that there are 7 to 8 situations in which the aura or the door is open. Please write it down. When you are severely angry, in any experience of anger, which is beyond control, your aura is open. There is any fear, shock, or trauma from the past, your aura opens up. You are susceptible to picking up vibrations which is negative from others. For women, menstrual cycle is also the time in those 5 days the aura depletes, because there is a flow of blood that's happening in a certain way. So it's the cry of the ovary, where people say. That's the only thing which people said that, you can't go to a holy place, because what happens is in the holy place, there are a lot of people who put depression when they pray. Not many people go and leave their happiness. Happiness, they want to keep it to themselves. But whatever they're not able to handle in the form of bowing down and praying, they are putting a whole lot of their heavy vibrations, even in holy places, like churches, temples, or mosques. And that is the time when, of course, people do not allow women to enter. It's not that they are not pure or something like that. This is my quantum understanding. Again, I'm not getting into any religious conflicts. But at a certain level, that vibration which the other person has kept it ahead of you, which is heavy, you don't land up taking that vibration within you and come home. That is why the women were not allowed to go in a certain holy places, because they are to be protected. They are to be shielded and kept in a certain sanctity of a place where, you do the bell, you do. So whenever, there are a few rituals I will be telling you how to cleanse the home after the question and answers. Yes. Over to you, Mariana.
So you were telling us the 7 ways, but you just told us 3.
1. Oh, yes. I will tell you. I'm sorry.
Sir, I want to know that in one bucket, if you put salt and keep our legs, I saw one place that water color is changing.
Yes. It's the toxins and a certain composition of the bodily, meridians that carry certain toxins is what the nadi is what we call. Through that, you are releasing the toxin. And that's why the color is changing. If it turns yellow or brown, which means there is a lot of negativity that is coming out from the aura. So the 3 situations where I said that your doors are opening, one is the anger, shock or a trauma, menstrual cycle is the 3rd. 4th is a head injury or any injury or a cut on the body. 5th is alcohol depleting the aura. 6th is drug or dope. Any psychotropic substance is the 6th one. 7th is depression. Anyone suffering from depression, the door is open, because then you are not in your body. People are dissociated. They are out of the body, as we say.
So the question, I suppose, from here is, my problem is often struggling to go to sleep in the evening because my mind is constantly full of thoughts.
Right.
It can take me an hour, 2 hours to go to sleep because I'm just thinking all the time.
Right. So it's also the anxiety of the unknown. It's about the future, what will happen. Maybe there are a few things that you're handling which sometimes go beyond your control. So you don't know how to fix them. So how will I do it? What else is possible? How we can do it? So that becomes a worry. That worry keeps your thought space occupied completely. And that's where I think you're trying to fix few things of your life which are out of your control. Do you also have some stomach areas or, issues in the stomach area?
Yes, I do have, yeah.
All because of that, because the worry starts taking up, a lot of space, which is anxiety, acidic stomach, constipation, maybe something like irritable bowel syndrome, gaseous or bloated stomach. You're not able to eat sometimes when you're anxious. All of these things happen because when you understand mind is also a ball of energy with the center of it in the pit of your stomach. So when your mind is disturbed or overthinking, the first thing that gets affected is the belly. That is the first sign, the tingling belly, what we call it, butterflies in the stomach. We all know that there are no butterflies coming out of the gut the moment you cut it open. But yeah, of course, that's the space or phrase that we use it. So maybe that also can be completely dealt with the, meridian tapping system, which is called EFT. So with just 1 or 2 online sessions also, you can deal with it completely.
Did you say EFT?
EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique by Gary Craig. There are a lot of videos available on YouTube, Emotional Freedom Technique for Insomnia. You can actually watch these videos and start tapping. There are demonstrations that are available They tremendously help, because then what you're doing is the vibrations or the thoughts or the compulsive thoughts that are coming, you are breathing it out before you go off to sleep. You also can do one more thing. You review your entire day, and whoever, just close your eyes for 5 minutes before you go off to sleep. Because see what happening, that before you go off to sleep, your conscious mind is handing over the control to the subconscious mind, and conscious mind is going off to sleep. So that is the time when the conscious mind is shutting down, is about to shut down. So the 30 minutes to 2 hours, what you are referring to, where the conscious mind is about to give the grip back to the subconscious, because subconscious mind is 6,000 times more powerful. And in that space, whatever thoughts that you're playing, it is going into your hard disk. So at that time, you review your day and do the energy exchange simply by keeping both your hands to your heart. Think about all those people who you met. Just simply intend that I give all your energies back to you all. I take my energy, my confidence, my self-esteem, and my protection and shielding back to myself. Thank you so much for taking all your energies back. Just bow down to your head, because heart is the place where your lower 3 chakras and upper 3 chakras unite. So there is the energy of the earth and the energy of the cosmos, which then builds a beautiful pink light. So what you do, keep both your hands to your heart chakra, and 7 to 21 breaths, completely with an intention that I'm giving your energies back. I'm taking all my energies and vibrations back to myself. All those unwanted thoughts, all the worries, I surrender to God. Whoever you believe into. It can even be the Godhead within. You are your own God. Even to that very light, whatever that you believe into, just give it to that so that it's displaced out of you. You don't have to keep it, because a lot of times, as we say, when you do not express certain thoughts, it goes inside, and it gets stored into the weakest organ of your body. And that is how even sometimes you displace it to the environment, and that causes disharmony so many times with people around.
Brilliant. Thank you. I'll Google EFT.
These guidance, you can even, maybe I'll tell you, you can take down my number. That's my number. You can always message me for any such thing, whatever that is there. I also do online consultations. You can get in touch with Illuminations reception also for a 30-minute free consultation. No problem. You're most welcome to take that time. And anything specific, I also work with graphology, which is understanding the brain health with muscles and how much of strength the muscles carry, extensor and flexor movement, and how the brain gives the graph, how it's called graphology. So I'm a graphology expert as well, besides being the energy medicine practitioner. I'm in Abu Dhabi. So anything that you want to pick up, even as crystals, to just create a sanctity at place within your bedroom or within your home, anything that you want to use it for cleansing. So how do you do the cleansing? Let me also share that with you all. So take a simple sage or incense, and from your entry door, from the left, you start going anti-clockwise. Wall to wall, all the rooms, you come back to the door again from the right and put that incense outside, maybe if you have a potted plant or something like that, or just simply douse it. And then throw it away in the garbage. Because it has picked up all the negativity, just douse it, the flame, and then put it back into the garbage bin. Don't use it to create the incense at home. Then you take another fresh incense. Now you go clockwise. Clockwise will be energizing. So you go clockwise for the energizing. Even with the sage, whenever you are doing cleansing or with a candle, you just go anti-clockwise. And then keep it outside the door. If you have a small, maybe a dish or a coaster or something like that, just keep it there, so that it burns out completely. So it has picked up all the negative energy of your home and it's out. And then you're energizing it, go clockwise with the incense, sage, or even chanting bells, Buddhist chanting bells that come, anti-clockwise for cleansing, clockwise for energizing. These are very important rituals that we do at home. Lighting certain candles at home, in the bedroom when you're going off to sleep. There are a lot of tea light candles that are available. Just light them. Maybe with that also you'll be able to sleep very well.
Thank you.
There is also another thing that I do it for myself. I picked up some of those, Arabic scent which is available. What they call it, ether. The Arabic scent which comes in small bottles, which you use it with a glass gauze and, you know, just put it and experience it on your body, or maybe just put body deodorant or perfume before you go off to sleep, because that also energizes your aura. Anything that you picked up from outside, that was the purpose for which these things were created. Using salt, etc. is also good. Yes, Zara.
Yeah, for the Arabic one, are we talking about oud?
What?
Are we talking about oud, the scent?
Yes, yes, oud, attar.
Attash.
Oud only. I think.
All of that, it works for your body. You can use it.
Okay.
That helps. You can even certain aromatic salts that are spa or what you call essential oils. You can even put it in the water, and then with a flame beneath it, there are those dispensers that are available. So you put some essential oil drops like maybe lavender or sage or anything. These are the flavors, or lemongrass, whatever is available. You take some of these and keep it at home. It changes the vibration. The first thing that you do is remove all the clutter from even the storeroom, what you've kept, all the broken things. Don't keep watches that are not functioning fine. Don't keep any broken things where the handles are broken, any furniture which is broken. Try to repair it. No cracks or anything like that. Plates break, so just throw them away. Any plastic toys which kids are not using, just, you know, discard them all, because these are all stagnant energies that you keep it. Fortunately, in the Middle East, you don't see so many spiders, so you don't have cobwebs as much. But that also, dust, everything has negative vibrations, because then they have negative vibrations at home. If you have a lot of those puppets or, you know, toys or wall or statues, maybe those sculptures that you bought and kept it, those also have to be cleansed on weekly basis. Because since they are human forms, they tend to pick up energy from people and then they stay. So please be very careful about what you've installed at home. If there are paintings, you know, paintings also have to be cleansed with what theme they are. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing that you're seeing around should be maybe an affirmation, some happy, joyful thing, maybe a plant, maybe fishes that are moving around, maybe something which is life as you wake up, the first thing. A lot of times your breath that is coming out of the nose, if you right now feel your breath, one of the nostrils is predominantly breathing with more air coming out of it, if you see. Which means that yin or yang, you know, yang is your right side, yin is your left side. And you will know, right now my yang is very, since I'm talking and I'm, you know, aggressively explaining, the yang is very active. So each 20-minute cycle, this changes. So when you wake up in the morning, you check with your breath. Now, if your yang is active, what you do is put your left foot first on the floor to activate and balance your yin. And if your yin is active, put your right foot on the floor to balance your yang. This is how you'll strike a balance, because the ascended masters or yogis, they breathe with both the nostril equally, giving out the air. A lot of things that you do it with your left hand if you are a right-handed person, because your yang is very predominant. So you start doing, you know, a brushing of the teeth or combing your hair or wearing your left foot first, the footwear or the socks or the trousers, whatever that you're wearing. Use your left side of the body a lot so that you can balance again into your left and right side of the brain. That's how the energy also will flow equally from all the meridians from both the sides. Any questions? Hello?
So how, same question I'm asking, how we have to put the salt in the bucket and use to remove the energy?
One pinch of even that pink salt which comes, Himalayan salt is what is the best. Sea salt is best. Epsom salt that comes in. If you are visiting some holistic centers, like we have salts here at Illuminations Abu Dhabi and even in JLT, if you're in Dubai, there are salts that are available at the center. You just pick up and just a pinch that you can put it. On important energy days, on full moon days, very important to cleanse the home. Maybe you can put a little salt for the mopping also, that you do it besides the phenol floor cleaner that you do.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else?
So
Josh,
how
I can't
often
see the number that you posted. Oh, sorry.
should we do the cleansing?
Weekly is a good idea, but if there are people coming too often and all of that, then maybe daily also. However, whenever you do the mopping, but incense you can do daily basis, because you are
But this
picking
is
up
about
all
the
the
house.
vibrations.
Yeah, but this is for the house. What about for yourself? Because you're going out to work or whatever every day.
So that's where I'm saying that maybe bathing with
shower.
salt there. Sorry if I posted that to illumination. Sorry, 058 109 7786. That's my number. And then if you could just mute your sound, no problem. Okay. So
Do you
about
have
your
any-
auric energizing, you can put a pyramid or any other crystal tumbles that you may have. Just put it so that you can bathe it on daily basis with that. So when you go out every morning, just keep little crystal in the bathtub, and then you come back in the evening or bucket if you've had. So those good vibrational water you can bathe with. Yes, you were asking something.
Is there something you can carry with yourself to make sure that
Yes.
you have this
Lot of
positive
crystals
energy
you can carry. There is
or no
onyx,
anxiety?
there is rainbow obsidian. You can use tourmaline. You can use many such crystals to avoid, picking up energies from the other people. Maybe you can wear a bracelet of labradorites. That's a very good way to keep your aura shielded.
Yeah.
Tiger's eye is a good bracelet to wear.
Sorry, I did not get the last one.
Tiger's eye, cat's eye. What they
Tiger's
call it.
Yeah,
Tiger's eye.
thank you. But does this solve for anxiety also?
Yes, it does. But then anxiety also has a deep-rooted inner child who is operating out of fear and who's fearing that something will go wrong in the future. So maybe just a couple of sessions with anxiety, because see, there are two kinds of anxieties, Reshma, we face. One is situational, what we call a free floating. So let's say tomorrow the result is going to come. Until that result comes, you're anxious, and the moment result comes in, the anxiety goes away because it's passing or failing is what it was related to. Sometimes people don't come home in time, loved ones don't come home in time. So you get anxious when the moment they arrive, it's all gone. But there is one anxiety which is static. In static anxiety, there is tremendous amount of stress that you go through, and it's for unknown reasons. Now that anxiety requires therapy. Because it's coming from somewhere.
How
Maybe
would
wearing a
you? So
crystal-
sometimes I do get presentation anxiety.
Yeah. So that's a
Is
free-floating
that passing
Yeah, that's a
anxiety?
free-floating anxiety. If it's about presentation, but there is also an inner child who perhaps fears the judgment or fears the authorities. Maybe that one thing can help you. So just one session can definitely resolve. Even if it's an online session, you can always book it and let the reception know, and you can work with it. Or even EFT for anxiety. If you want to do it all by yourself, then on YouTube, it's available. EFT for anxiety management, performance anxiety.
Okay, thank you. So do you come to the Dubai center?
Sometimes 2 months, sometimes whenever I do some workshops is where I come. Otherwise, I'm available online. We can anytime communicate over Zoom call. I do online sessions, no problem. And whatever crystals I recommend, they are all available at the illuminations. I do have few energized crystals that I've kept it at JLT. You can pick them up. You can pick up selenite, for example, for good sleep and keep it underneath your pillow. That's like the best form of cleanser. for sleep.
And Rajesh, just a question from me. So I sleep really well. Well, at least I sleep all night, but often I wake up feeling exhausted. Is there anything as well that you suggest or you
Yes,
recommend?
because you feel for many people, Mariana, and you build your cord with, I don't know if your daughter, your son, you worry. It's the emotional. See, you are a heart rule person, and he is head rule person. So he applies all the head all the night, how he can overcome. You take it all to your heart, and then you go off to sleep with that worry. That's why I said that the 30 minutes before you go off to sleep is very important, what you're reviewing as your day. So send them a lot of love and blessings, and maybe he needs to do sending all the energies that he's picked up from the worries and do the energy exchange. You do sending the love to your loved ones.
Okay.
I think you think or worry a lot about your children.
I do, yeah. Well, not my children yet, but I do think about
Others.
yeah, others a lot.
In your environment, yeah. So you know, you do have people you connect with, and they are your loved ones. So a lot of it goes into draining that energy.
Mm. Okay, thank you.
Most welcome. So thank you everyone for all your presence and all the questions. Anything, you can always message me, and I'll of course be happy to assist you in any areas of your life, or even take a 30-minute free consultation with me. If there's anything specific that you want to work with or discuss, I'll be more than happy to assist you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.